Okay, so I've had a mixture of luck and bad luck, and it's all one big mesh. You can see from my history, I know that was terrible. I should have beaten the IM, but at least I've beaten one IM who gave me time odds, so that's cool. A high one, 2542. Moral win I claim on that one against Andrew Wigging. Moral win. Oh, okay, so what is his what has he been up to? He's been up to 2460 on the 5 minute, and his blitz he's been up to 2600 at some point. Andrew Wigging. Okay, so where does that leave my rating at the moment? It leaves it at 2239. It's really tough just to stay above 2200. Okay. Poor Proudian, I've beaten him twice today. Kappa, okay, 2-1. Okay. I'll just see what he does here actually. Okay, I think let's try and keep solid in the Botvinnik, reverse Botvinnik system. So I've got bind on the D4 square. I'll try and stop being hacked with H5. I'll just play for F5 now. So Queen D7 I'll play, Queen D2 I'll play King H7. So I'll play Knight D4. Is G5 out of the question? He'd really sack Bishop takes G5. Not sure I believe that one. I wonder if I should believe it. Takes Knight G5, King moves. Anything better? F4? Not really. I'll go for G5 then. Prompt him to sack a piece. I think that must be the idea. Otherwise F4. It's going to be a bit squashy. We could play E takes, I suppose. Right. Still, this diagonal might be dangerous. I don't know if I'm going to get hammered now. G4. Drive his knight away, then knight D4. Get a temporary bind on the light square. F3, but he breaks that with F3, but he'd weaken his G3 pawn. So if I can get to play G4, but he's going to probably sack now. Right. So I have to take... Don't have to move the king though. In fact, I can even simplify. I can play Bishop H6. Bishop takes Queen, Bishop takes Queen. I'm sure he wouldn't want that. If he doesn't take the Queen, I take on G5. He takes. He's got a slightly, I suspect, slightly weakened king. If I play Bishop F6, I'm probably asking for Knight D5 at some point. So actually, I think I'm going to go with this. Although his pawns might be dangerous. He's also got, he's got Bishop E4. So Bishop F6, Bishop E4. No, it takes. That's possible. Bishop F6. All right, let's go with this. So he's going to have two pawns there. How can I exploit them? Can I just play Rook G8, force one forward, G6? G3 will be weak. I just take on G3, surely. So I take on G3, and the knight's going to be trapped. Okay, hasn't done that. I can't see too much compensation here. I'm going to be playing Knight D4 now and threatening Bishop E4 and Knight F3. I think this was a bit unsound because I seem to have the pressure, the piece pressure on the king side after Knight D4. So I'm now threatening Bishop E4. The knight's beautiful on D4. So I play Rook G8. Well, first see if he does something about this. By the way, tragic day of Steve Jobs, brilliant creator, entrepreneur, innovator. I'm really saddened by that news about Steve Jobs today. I do have an iPad, iPhone. Okay, what to do about F4? maybe is rook g8 out of the question, just to go for his king here. If he takes, then rook g3 and queen h4. Two knights are holding up f5, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to hijack. I'm going to put pressure on g3. Okay, so now knight g4 is almost on the cards. Or what about just queen e8, just attacking h5? So if he takes, I can even think about sacking a rook, bringing the other one. I think I'll do that. So there's no easy way of defending h5 here. I hope. Oh, so there is. Okay, so rook g4. That means I can carry on with this idea. I can win h5. I think. I have to play knight d takes f5. Otherwise, I'm going to be losing the rook. If I take, I'll lose the rook. So bishop f5, knight d takes f5, takes, queen takes, maybe a rook sack, rook g8. So I put pressure on g3. I take care. Except now my king, is it my king or his king getting exterminated? I can play rook g8 simply. There's knight f6 winning the queen. Okay. In fact, almost as queen set, but the knight g4 and if it takes knight f6. So if queen g6, maybe rook g5. What about knight h4 check? Knight e3 takes, and his queen's still protected. I think just maybe the easy method, in inverted commas, would be queen, just offer an exchange sack. So want him to play knight g5, just go the exchange sack, because then I can carry on just easily on the g file. So I can carry on g3. I can play rook g8. If knight f3, I can even win back the exchange straight off the bat. Queen f3, even disaster knight h4. So I can just try and play rook g8. Also f7 is covered, so knight e3 is now a threat as well. So basically two knights for the rook, but he's got an exposed king. That's all. That's the big thing here, the exposed king. How does he defend his king? Okay, so the clock's ticking. Okay, so I can play knight takes g4, but it might allow a check. But does that check matter? I can win the exchange back now and keep my knight on h6. I think I'll do that. Although should I? Knight g4. Controversial. I hope not. As long as his queen can't coordinate with the rook, I just need to play rook g8 next. So the rook's entry point is cut off, g5 is cut off, queen f3 I just take, rook e... oh, okay, so I go now here, threatening the g-pawn. I just play rook g8. It looks kind of cozy actually for me, but you never know with these things. Okay, a little trap there, so I'll put pressure on g4 instead of losing my queen. The queen takes because the knight's pinned. So what does he do now? He protects, I guess. He protects with rook g3. Okay, I can just take now. Okay, rook e4, just knight up. Okay. He hasn't got too much compensation. In fact, I don't need to do anything clever, just not lose on time, really. 23 seconds. In fact, so he's got less time than me and he's dropping pawns here. I might want to keep my A5 pawn for a bit. So rook B3 when he starts attacking over there, or not. Let's get the nice knight on D4. So knight B3 threatened. Okay. Take this C-pawn. C-pawn. Okay, get my king out of the well, that's the end of his pawns. He could play check and win. I've got 3 pawns up. So that was a bit unsound by him. Just that piece sack, which I kind of tempted. But H4, yeah, it was a sign that there was going to be a piece sack. Bishop H6 may be a good move. There wasn't too many issues. Just as long as I was prepared to give up the exchange, just keep the main trump cards going without too many issues and too much counterplay. Comments or questions on YouTube? It's free to subscribe to the KingsCrusher channel. Please do, to be notified of any new videos. Thanks very much.